Hey guys, so I technically saw this episode for the most part, from the links, but don't remember most of it and stuff like that. I definitely remember the songs. Obviously, I think everything was fully released, obviously beforehand as well, officially released beforehand. So yeah, but they start off with the chorus scene and stuff. Also, did not think this episode would necessarily start off like that, but they probably be the opposite story of what happened during the episode, what happened during Hell and stuff. These just the events that happened in episode one while things were going on in episode one, wherever, however you want to word it, and stuff like that. But I did not try to start with the cursing. Also, I like how Emily was trying to be reasonable as usual, along as well. Why everybody was just questioning Sarah, like, you said this is impossible, the morning star gonna return. I like how much this first mention to that had to do with it and stuff like that. And even like I think Emily mentioned redemption and stuff at first. The digits were on my notes and stuff, so yeah, I think. But he will actually like redeem, and stuff. But and Sarah were like questioning, like, you must have forced yourself, and questioning the snake. It said something. It said my note said Peter being the Peter was the best. I ain't gonna lie. Like Emily in the scene. Also, I'm just gonna say it. I tripping Abel and Peter after a while. Especially in that scene later on. I don't know. I'm not tripping, but I don't know. Don't hold me to it. Don't hold me. Okay. Also, Luke cutting in it instead of wanting answers and stuff like that before the speaker. And since she in the speaker room and stuff, and Luke, wait, what? I think Luke leave proof army psych. Oh, okay. I remember. Cause she was like, man, I'm the leader of the army psych. And then Abel, okay, that's why I meant Abel. Okay. The way I spelled that, it was weird. Okay, and things like that, but. And he was like, nah, I'd be taking over and stuff like that. And they would just be in Cinnabon and things like that. And I don't know, I mentioned this and stuff, but I never like you and stuff like that. He just said, and so they were taking over by my father, blah, 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 blah. But yeah. Sarah's, Sarah, Sarah is still confused and anger and stuff like that and stuff. She's questioning and stuff him and stuff that he might got something to do with Lucifer or something like that. I believe. I don't know. Then she pretty much questioning the snake and things like that even more. Before the secret God, and oh my God, the voice actor did an amazing job. I had to put that shit in there. And also, this episode called Storyteller, and he like, tell me your story. Yeah, I'm not much of a storyteller. I don't know how it really happened, how I actually got here. Well, literally the title of the episode I literally wrote. But since I pretty much saw this, I didn't want to mention. I pretty much wrote down the basics. The pretty much probably he pretty much was arranged to Jack the Ripper and who murdered 5 women and was a people watcher. And he never got caught and took the guilt to the grave because he could took him to justice. And unlike what got him to hell, he actually did something this time by being selfless and they pretty much got him redeemed. Yeah. Yeah. That's just how I wrote it down in my notes. Okay, but that kind of sum it up. His backstory more or less. Also, a lot of people like his design. I like, yeah, pretty much what I expect and stuff like that. But a lot of people love it too much. I will say that. I don't know. Also, before watching other people reviews and so the episodes, and people kind of feel iffy about the pacing and stuff. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of fine. As the creator said, they probably be what the show was supposed to be and stuff like that, and more harder production, blah blah blah. The music better and things like that. Some people. I see, of course, but personally, I do think the music better than season one, and especially considering we only got the first 2 episodes. Give it some time. the music probably go on you and stuff like that. But not to say much. But yeah. And Sarah did say, but he was redeemed. And Lou ain't buying it instead of being high so fallen angel theory. I don't know if the video out yet, but I did my recording of that before I recorded my notes for these. I just speaker of God saying what I said earlier. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, about the whole redemption thing, him being selfless, blah blah. Yeah. Okay. The say thank you. Goodbye, Peter. That's what I say in my note. Goodbye, Peter. Oh. Okay, but there's no explain that because he said, "Oh, her pinches like the snake hits." The speaker God called him Pemberton and stuff like that. That's why I said Pierre Law. Okay. Also, she said this guy came from the dark pit hell and killed Adam. He might be telling lies and stuff like that. Due to being hostile and stuff like that. And the speaker of God said, "I said no lies." And yeah. I already mentioned the death of one of us. So I already mentioned death. I said, but seriously, but he was redeemed though. Like you really question it. And I don't know why I say Luke they gain powder though. I don't know why I wrote that. We got some more Abel moment as well. And things like that. I think they would Lou would turn to Abel and stuff like that, and then I mentioned why his dad didn't like him and stuff like that in this scene. But yeah, also Peter would mention that a glorified mascot would kind of true. He kind of glorified mascot for having it in a way. I just find that freaking funny. I say Luke Iman destruction. Oh my god, I'm living. Oh yeah. This might be the scene where we got Sarah and the speaker guy. I don't know if the speaker guy went in the room, but she pretty much was talking to Lou and stuff, and her being demoted and stuff like that as well, and she was just going crazy for a moment, but she tried to listen to Sarah and stuff like that, which we get back to. But yeah, I think that was pretty much what I mentioned. But she is losing it though. She is definitely losing it in that episode, and from at that point. I think Emily said Charlie is right. I got the note that Emily Charlie is right, but Lou said, "Don't you dare." Oh, okay. We still in the courtroom and stuff, and Lou said, okay. So Emily said Charlie is right, but Lou said, "Don't you dare say that shit." Pretty much, and you won't. And Sarah said and say you want to address the speaker like that, but you killed. But he killed the archangel Adam. So this is confirming that Adam is our angel in the show. Well, he must have strict faith or something like that. And Sarah like, I don't want no more blood on my hands. Okay, and then this where I mentioned Sarah and Luke thing, and how she had no authority going to Lilith and stuff, and now she a lieutenant and stuff like that. That when I mentioned that she would be demoted. That when we get to that, I don't know what earlier thing is with Luke and Mon destruction among the living and stuff. Maybe this is when I think she gonna go rogue and stuff like that and kill definitely since she her mind and stuff. Then when I get into the fallen angel thing and stuff like that, but yeah, a bit. Sorry, I seem to ramble a bit in this video, but yeah. And pretty much he said, cut it off, or we report treason. That what I wanted to say. That's another thing. When I mentioned the fallen angel thing, that I didn't mention my fallen angel thing. I probably had that video out before I see the 2 series, so. Because she seriously said, cut it off, or we will going to report as treason. And that fits to the, let me like go fallen angel maybe instead of hitting at it. the few word that she uses treason and stuff like that. But that when we get we also get that when we get the little moment and so when see when we see her actually Charlie trying to call for see episode one of the episode and saying her just annoying. I like what is going on because I'm not gonna spoil any. I'm not gonna spoil any, but that what her deal is with is like where she gotta stay in. She wanted to stay in heaven so she can contact her family. What what I didn't this song from a fan made song remind me of this. In the Garden of Eden, we find our place. Lost in the shop. I remember. I just can't think of it now. The name of it right now. But I just can't think of it. I can't think of it. But give me those vibes. The having grace, if I just hide away the love that that I have for you, or something like that. I think that line right there is what I get from this scene. We got a Welcome to Heaven type of movie. Give me that song type of vibes and stuff. Also, he allergic to car or allergies and stuff. Some people allergic to car and stuff. Also, the mention of the Pale Zoo as well for like season one kind of references and stuff. Also, the ton of sugar and stuff were funny. And some people were like, I just want to go back home and stuff. Also, I say, well, I don't think. I don't know what I mean. I don't know why I wrote that one down. I don't know why I wrote it down. But Emily said nobody here is like you, lol. And that would be get to the song. What's not gonna go into its own video. But yeah, then we get Sarah confession and things like that. We're gonna talk about more into its own video and stuff, but definitely one of my song about far and things like that. I always talk about gravity as well, but we see Lou going through after all this stuff. We got Lou going through the crowd, losing it around the corner, crying, punching raw. Then Anna goes to the pier and missing. He said, "You miss me that much? Must be misrange something about misrange and stuff like that." Now it just in your head, crazy bitch. And how they don't care about Adam death, and fair enough, you get kind of a hole. Also, did I mention the Dent Master? He that you happened. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna mention it down below, but yeah, he room does it also say Dent Master and stuff. Sarah Abel and Saint Peter is there in the little room. This little room, deciding what should we do though. Abel do not want to hurt anyone or conversation since it's not his thing. But they did kill my father, so maybe, and he like either is okay. And Saint Peter were like, I'll just write the door, of course, just of course. And so and pretty much, but they pretty much like just go. I'm just making my decision, and whatever decision you may having to be behind it and stuff. That pretty much what that whole scene right there. And then we got the Serpent trying to make some new Ed Boys with Emily Hope. Eventually made the heavenly version of the Ed Boys and stuff. And they say they're not sure how it works. But pretty much since the Ed Boy not human souls, they just prove it. And so that they couldn't, ascend or anything like that to just die, but or whatever and stuff like that. However you want to phrase it, but you get what I'm trying to say. Also, Emily and Serpentia friends, yes, I think that was supposed to be pretty much meaning after a while, like yeah. But you got, I mean, like, hey, you got another friend here, I don't know, something like, yeah, I pretty much thought it was you or something like that. I forgot exactly what she said, but yeah. And then that would we get Abel trying to get his father guitar and stuff like that. We get Gravity, which would probably be a reference to Hellfang. You know my, you saw my. You want me to go into more detail about the song Gravity? I'll talk about that in its own video and stuff. Um. Oh yeah. After that, we get Emily covered certain pictures eyes. You know he covered in eyes and trying to be surrounded by his own room. You find it creepy but perfect, and thanks Emily. And that when we get the hell shutting down, and hell rising, and the hell raising, rising tensions and stuff, and the mention of other realms. They didn't just say hell; they say other realms with a S. Also, I don't know what the other angel that are there that closing down the helping Sarah close it down. Are special or do it? It make like are they special angel that and how it exactly works and stuff like that. Basically, I'm trying to say any notes, but yeah. Also, Amy not sure is it bad, and she's still new being a seraphim and stuff pretty much more or less. But she did go on and tell them, and obviously go and tell Charlotte everything like we saw at the end of episode 1 and stuff. But also, man, seeing such Princess laying in bed and crying with the air boys and stuff, it's just so heartbreaking and stuff like that. But tell me your thoughts on episode 2 down below. I love to read your comments. Peace.